shower. And I feel great. This tripod is like not trying to. No, our hair is not finished, but it's fine. We are working. So I'm halfway. Well, I'm actually gonna have to switch over. I'm halfway through. Um, I'm halfway through post scheduling content for one client through August. So I'm going to finish it up and then go back to the second client. I also am going to be taking a leap of faith later on today and just put myself out there. So I'm going to prep for that. I got to record some videos. I don't know how long this live is going to be, but it's more working, honey, more working. Your girl is definitely still sleep deprived because I did my live last night for sisters. I did some more work and then I laid down around, I want to say like 11, maybe. Yo, why was I back up at 1:30? And I have been up since 1:30. It's now 6 a.m. I have already walked my dog, fed my dog. I was already doing work, as you can see. It's just, child. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this one here. I don't know. I have no idea. Oh, I need to fix this. Stop timer. We're gonna take you back to 5. No, keep it done. And I'm trying to do a better job of tracking what I'm doing. So yeah. Right now it's a bunch of static photos, so I can not have my headphones on and not have to worry about it. I have some musical acts that are my clients, and one of them is on tour right now. So a lot of this is like scheduling out the promo for the tour dates. Really kind of simple stuff. Mark that completed. All right. Hello. Good morning. Hi. Hi, Abby. How are you? Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, Christina. Hopefully, I don't get copyright flagged. I am scheduling the second half of my clients' social posts, so I'm trying to get ahead of it. And they're currently on tour, so I'm going through and making sure I have all of the tour dates and like I have a formula for like the amount of days before each tour stop, what post needs to go up, and I'm basically just scheduling all of that.
hit here? Adobe Photoshop. It turned a cute kitty like me into a sashimi master. And it can make your images look amazing too. In just a few clicks, you can replace a boring background, swap out a so-so sky, and remove distractions like people and power lines. With Photoshop, everyone can. I love playing with this mouse. Click or tap the banner to visit Photoshop.com and pounce on your free trial today.
I'm definitely gonna need a nap, child.
Fraction of a raindrop. 3 grams of salt. At up to 100 times more potent than morphine, the tiniest amount of illegal fentanyl is all it takes to cause an overdose. Fentanyl can be mixed into heroin, cocaine, pressed pills, meth,
The
and
hell?
other
Is
drugs.
that an ad?
It could be in your drink.
Hey, Nzinga. How you doing, boo? Child, I'd be better if I didn't. In 10 minutes. So spend 10 minutes looking for parking. Lord, I feel that, honey. Did you have to commute and go to work, or well, I guess it's like 9:40 something. It's 6 something here. So I'm like, it's really early. But you're on the East Coast, right? So it's reasonable time. That's one of the things I struggle. Oh, you're delivering cake. I struggle with parking in LA. I will like not go someplace. Hey, Angela. Um, oh, so your mom is at the hospital. I hope she recovers swiftly. I'm sorry to hear that. Parking will have you stressed out though. I will not go someplace depending on if there ain't no parking. Depending on what the thing is, child, I ain't gonna hold you. Oh, she's a nurse. Oh, okay, good, good, good. Yes. Okay. is going on? I don't know what this thing's problem is. No, I'm literally just doing client work. I am almost done one of the client stuff for the next 2 months. I already posted. No. Oh, I can just load up all of these things in here as drafts. One of my finishing up scheduling one of my client stuff for the next 2 months. But now I'm actually just loading a bunch of drafts in because I have all of the July content scheduled. I'm going to come back. Facebook only allows you to schedule 30 days out now, which is so annoying. But I forgot about the draft. So right now I'm just loading up everything else in the drafts that I have. And then I just got to come back and schedule it to post, but at least the media will already be uploaded in there. So that's great. And then I gotta go back. So that's one client where I don't have to really create any content for them except for their tour dates poster, like update the like social for like when their most recent tour dates are. Everything else is just kind of like reposting stuff that already has happened or a photographer sent or something like that. So it's not a ton. The other client is the one I did the shoot for that I had to also edit the content as well. So I'm going to be going back to that after I finish this. But I'm going to go back to that after I finish this and after I set up my landing page for this other thing that I'm doing on the side. And I'm trying to do this, y'all, because my freaking invoices are already set up for like their retainers. So once I have it on schedule, it's like I don't have to do nothing but handle engagement. Everything automatically sends. The invoice automatically sends. The payment gets made. The stuff is already scheduled to post, so it get posted on the day it's supposed to get posted, and I just can just focus on whatever the hell I'm doing in that moment. Love it for me. So I've been really obsessed with the Trader Joe's calamari in the frozen food section. Probably has a bunch of salt. I'm not gonna ruin it for myself. I'm not looking at the back of it because it tastes so good. But for the first time yesterday, after I got off live, because I ain't eat, well, probably because I ain't eat. I don't know if it tastes like as great as I think it does, but it feels like it does. I ain't eat yesterday, but it feels like it still tastes great. I put the calamari on top of like some butter lettuce and made a salad, and it was so good. I'm like low key wanting to have that for breakfast. I'm like, no, that can be lunch. And I'm just going to probably make some eggs and some pancakes or something. Somebody said my skin looked really good on live yesterday, and it does actually. I think like it might be the lighting though, because I have not been doing a great job of like my skincare recently, and I have not been getting great sleep. Shout out to God. I appreciate you, Lord. Okay, last but not lastly, I need to do this August thing, and then I'm completely done with this. This is done. Just need to come back and update this. Let me add this to my calendar. Hello, welcome in.
Laughlin, Nevada has all the thrills, all in one place. From jet skis and ATVs.
Okay, so that's done. This one, this closing tabs. I really, really, really thoroughly enjoy closing tabs. Yes. Love this for me. Okay, let's close Instagram. Kind of getting a headache from this. I don't know if it's too tight or what. I kind of feel like I need to eat, but what, Erica? But what? I don't feel like making anything. That's first. First of all.
business function out.
Nice. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Fifteen, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You know, so much of the logistics behind entrepreneurship is the stuff that they do not talk about. So I'm going to be doing pop-up content sessions for people and like figuring out what the process is going to be, not only for booking, shooting. Editing's not involved because they only get the raw files, but I want it to be as like wireless and seamless as possible. So like you have a QR code that they can scan, which will take them to the landing page. From there, they can book, says pay. Once the booking payment happens, then I think we need to go to Calendly to select a time slot. Is that what I want to do? Hey, Allie. Girl, I actually did, well, I worked a little bit. I worked for like an hour and a half after I got back in from walking cold after our live, and I ate. And then I was like, okay, I am going to lay down. Child, I lay down maybe for 2 hours. And then around 1:30, 1:45, I was like, woke again. And I was like, okay, since I'm up, I'm going to go back to work. And I've been up ever since. I'm about to get me some food now and maybe take a quick nap. I just finished one client scheduling. I need to do the other one, but I'm also doing, can I access this calendar? Um, Reconnect. What was I saying? So I might take a nap right now. I don't know. I'm really just playing it by ear. Flying by the seat of my pants, child. Um, but I do know that all this damn not sleeping is going to catch up to my ass. So I need to tread lightly, which is going to be interesting because power is tonight. So I'm going to be up. Help me, Lord. Fix it, Jesus. Okay. So I don't even remember how to work this. Oh, I need to clean this up completely. I just use Stripe, which is a payment processor. They have a lot of internal features that allow you to like auto generate invoices. Aside from that, I had like a Google spreadsheet that would automatically, like, I could update and then just like export as a PDF and manually send it if I wanted to send one that's like more custom in reference to graphic wise. But I even stopped doing that in the last year and just been relying solely on Stripe. And basically it's set up for my retainer clients where when I sent them the initial invoice to start the service and they get charged every single month, it automatically sends them the same bill every month on the same day. Um, and it's the same style, whatever, like it's my colors or whatever. Nothing too graphic. like in reference to like stylized wise, but it's my brand colors, my brand logo, and it automatically does that. And then it tells me when they pay, and if they're late, it's set up to send them. Like I think I have it like 2 days before the due date, 3 days after the due date, and then every week that they're past due, whatever. But you can also set it up like that. My clients are set up for them to pay on their own, but you can also require it with this for them to like put a payment option method on file, and it will automatically charge it. You can have that option. I don't have it that way, so I let people be not let them be late, but like they wind up being late sometimes because I don't have it set up where they have to give a credit card and they have to have it automatically taken out. But you can. I like Stripe a lot. And then also use Stripe for like my one-offs for like services for digital products. It integrates very well into my website. I'm building a landing page right now for this other service, which is again a one-off payment for this 30-minute session. And I built everything up in Stripe, and I can just copy and paste this code into my website, and it'll put the payment link or whatever functional on my website anywhere I want it to be. So, yeah. I use Stripe. Some people like, but I also build all my websites on WordPress, which is not necessarily the most user friendly for people who don't know Word websites. But I come from the blog era, so like we were all on WordPress, and I just kind of stayed with it. A lot of people use Squarespace, which I think they have their own payment processing and invoicing if you go with them for like websites. And I think Wix has something, but I don't support Wix because they're a project of Israel. So sometimes the web provider that you have might also have built-in systems. There's like also QuickBooks, HoneyBooks, stuff like that. Also do invoicing and all that, but I feel like those are way overpriced for accounting software. And Stripe is free. It takes a fee from like whatever you make. You don't have to pay a monthly fee. But like my dad uses QuickBooks for his business that I have to like manage, and that's like $90 a month for him to send invoices to his clients. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. Well, my thing is, it's like even for for all of the clients, but for the retainer clients, it takes a certain amount, a certain percentage. I think it's like 3% of whatever the bill is, and then like a 30-cent transaction fee or something like that. But it comes out of whatever they paid. So yeah. Of course, no problem. Hey, Keish. Good morning, boo. Yeah, I need to eat some breakfast, chill. You back in Zinga? How the deliveries going, boo? Let's see what calendar is it. Booking again. How do I know which freaking calendar is looking at to see? Okay, so I'm just gonna put that there. Um, I wonder if I actually have calendar. Let's see. Hmm. I'll work this out later. Apparently, it's a lot. Link is sent automatically. Content. Content. Complete. Okay. So, let's see. Child. Hold on. So much of like my entrepreneurial journey has been, even when I buy something for myself, it's like for the business. It's some equipment or like some camera gear or something like that. So I want to say not really, but um I feel like in most recent years I've done a better job of like in the moment of like when I want something, assessing it and rewarding myself um in moderation. So not every time I get paid, but um if I really, really want something and it makes sense, then I go for it. And part of that is like, I don't want to deprive myself. I do want to reward myself, but I think I grew up in a household where, like, I think my mom kind of still does this to this day. Like, she buys stuff for herself, and like retail therapy is a very real thing. And I think that that's a very slippery slope if you're looking to get like a certain level of satisfaction or validation or like feel good endorphins from buying something. I personally don't want to get the feeling from that. So that's part of like what I ask myself before I go and like treat myself to certain things, because I don't want to ever put that power into that particular process. I would much rather like work out or go on a really long hike or really long bike ride or to do something that's like challenging and reward myself in that way versus relying too heavily on consumerism to make me feel good, if that makes sense. I'm about to eat because I'm hungry. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. All right, child. Let me go get something. Oh. Um, Cole don't know how to act, y'all, because I literally, we went on his morning walk at 5:30 in the morning, and usually, at least in the last few weeks specifically, he's had to wake me up and tell me to come on because I was taking too damn long sleeping in. So now he's looking at me all crazy. He's like, what's going on? eat breakfast, but I don't feel like cooking it. So we're going to do it very easy and eat another salad. This is what I'm supposed to have for lunch, but we having it for breakfast. The Trader Joe's calamari goes in the air fryer. It's half the bag, so I get 13 minutes. I'm gonna eat a couple of these while I wait for 13 minutes. Throw it on top of some salad. Call it a damn day. In the meantime, in between time, these 13 minutes, I'm gonna lay my ass down. Did I bring out what up there? No. My fan might be a little loud. Doing that. I'm waiting for my calamari to cook. So I'm supposed to get to lay down. I gotta get my ass back up. It's supposed to be 85 today, where I'm at. It don't be feeling like it. We feeling way hotter. Oh, hold on, I can't see. Got my little bookmark. My little crackers. I'm in here, Coley. I'm in here. Can you see me? My bed is really high, y'all, so if he can't tell that I'm on the bed, then he'll get to running around the house searching for my ass. Coley, bed. Hold on. Let's see what he's doing. I don't know if he saw me. Hold on a second. Oh, you drink some water. Hope I take a nap later. I've been trying. Child, when you need to rest, honey. Get you that damn donut. I thought you were talking about things. Girl, I love me a little sweet treat. So yeah, I will buy something like that in a heartbeat. A donut? Absolutely. You think you want the glasses? They work, man. They work. Angela got hers. She said they work. She gonna get some from her mom and her dad, I think. Coley, bad, please. Are you finished drinking? What are you doing? He's like a child. Bed, come on, over here. Bed, man. You already went for your walk this morning, so don't be looking at me like we're supposed to go out. We already did. How about that? There you go. All right, big. Good boy. Get you some rest. don't let Krispy Kreme have that hot now sign on. Okay. Oh, I'm supposed to get 3 free donuts for my birthday. I print off the little thing, but I ain't go. I gotta check and see when it expires. Cause I could go get me some donuts. Even though Krispy Kreme be making my teeth hurt, but they be good. I have sensitive teeth. Can y'all see my eyes? Like what they have on you prefer local shops? I feel that. Man showed me on TikTok. The lady's eyes could be seen. I don't think y'all could see my eyes. I don't know what it's showing you actually. You can't tell. The phone. This is so tricky. But anyway, I guess I can just see the phone too. Um, you prefer local shops as well? Yes. With like custom donuts that they done came up with. Yes. Please. Don't get you started. Lord, not my mom. Hey, Centrica. She almost flipped the SUV for some damn Krispy Kremes. See, Krispy Kreme be getting people in trouble. Hot now, so I came on and she had the truckles. You know, black people. That's hilarious. You see the few almost accents. Apparently, when those damn things, when the hot sign comes on, the first certain number gets free donuts or something like that too. So that also makes sense. It tracks. It tracks. Up. That is my calamari. Bookmark. It's gonna be so messy, but it's so good. I like overstuff this freaking air fryer, so I want to put some of these lighter ones back in for like 3 minutes. But I got plenty on my salad. Can y'all see it? So simple. When you're doing a house Italian, it kind of tastes like the Italian they have at Olive Garden. This is so good. Sandrika asked Erica, sorry if you've already answered this question, but what made you move to California and become an entrepreneur instead of playing it safe in med school or a 9 to 5? I actually did not move to LA when I wanted to. I came here in 2013 to cover the BET Awards. I had already started a blog while I was in grad school. After grad school, I was working at an organ procurement company as an allograft skin processor, kind of delaying, but trying to buy time actually because I was supposed to go to medical school, and I'm like, well, if I do that, my father won't ask me questions while I figure out if I still do want to go to medical school. And I was like volunteering in hospitals and going to shadow doctors, whatever, and figuring it out. Once I figured out that I actually didn't want to be a doctor anymore, I just stayed working there. Like 2 or 3 years passed, and well, like by my second year, I had decided, and since I had the job, it like kind of went over easier. Of like, oh, I'm not going to medical school, but I'm already doing this thing, and I have a master's degree. And then as I stayed there, I got bored. While I had started a blog in grad school, and I was still doing my blog, and I started out interning at like Vibe remotely, and then interning at Blue Magazine, and then that became a paid position. So I was like going back and forth to New York and all that kind of stuff. So I kind of was like juggling having a 9 to 5 at the organ procurement company while also growing my blog, growing my digital presence, and working with magazines to try to learn the business. And then about like my 3rd year mark, or like right before my 3rd year mark, I just didn't want to do it anymore. It was too much politics. It's too much bullshit at the organ procurement company. I felt like I was experiencing racism, and I really wanted to give myself a shot at all that I had started to do in media, but had yet to figure out that I could possibly be in film. So I came here in 2013 to cover the BET Awards. Loved LA, but then went back home because I covered awards and then I left. I think that same year I did a press conference with Ava DuVernay, Oprah, and them when they were doing Selma. And that's what sparked the thought in me of like, oh, I can pivot and not just be a journalist, but I can maybe direct film. And then in between there, I moved to Detroit to help my dad with his business for like a year. Came back to Baltimore. So I was in Baltimore, went to Detroit, came back to Baltimore, and then after I came back to Baltimore from Detroit, I'm like, I don't have no more time to waste. I'm going to LA. And I just kind of did it. It was never really like a conscious decision or a plan up until the moments that like stuff was happening, and I just felt like I had to make different choices if I wanted to experience different things. I really did not set out to be an entrepreneur. I just started doing stuff, started learning, started putting myself in the circumstances where I could learn, because again, I have a master's degree in biology. Wasn't taught journalism, wasn't taught media, wasn't taught broadcast journalism. So I took those internships and I took opportunities, did a bunch of free work so that I could learn really quickly in a space. And then as other things started to present itself, and as I was getting disgruntled with certain things or unhappy with certain things, I just made shifts, honestly. When I moved here 7 years ago, it was almost like, girl, what are you waiting for? There's nothing for you in Baltimore. So I did it. And I happened to have a friend at the time, who was from 2 hours north of LA, and she was about to move back. So I wound up coming with her, and she like helped me make the transition very easy. Like she moved a couple months before. I ended up shipping my car to her, stayed with her and her mom for like a month while I found a place. I got another job when I got here, and like started figuring out. But then quit that job because jobs are jobs, and they be weird, and they kind of stop you, and they frustrate you, and they drain you. Um, a lot of my story is just me trying to learn as much as possible so I can take a calculated, educated risk, but just taking a risk and going for it. Really just trying to follow my heart, follow my gut, and make choices for my happiness. Around the same time that I was deciding not to go to medical school is the same time I started to like really affirm and get the idea of like, you don't have to do what everybody tells you to do or what people believe you should do or be who people believe you are supposed to be. You can be who the hell you want to be. And I just started making more and more choices that align with that. And what stopped me from going to med school, because I low-key still want to get PhD, I just can't find the time and the money for it. But I would. I actually love school, honestly. Like, I really love school a lot. I miss it a lot. I didn't go to med school because I don't trust doctors in the U.S. And I don't believe that they actually help people for the most part. I believe because we have privatized medicine as we have, and our healthcare system is bending to the will of the damn pharmaceutical companies, I was basically just going to be a glorified drug dealer, a legal drug dealer with a white coat, and I didn't want to do that. If I wanted to be a drug dealer, I was born in Baltimore. I could have got drugs from anybody and started, dated, fell in love with a whole ass drug dealer. If I wanted to be a drug dealer, I could have been. The U.S. ain't gonna play my ass. So those two decisions are kind of separate from each other. I feel very lucky that I started to follow my interests in grad school. Like, I really wanted to start a magazine in grad school, but I was like, girl, you're writing a thesis. You can't be doing all that shit. So I started a blog. And I'm glad that I did, because when the time came for me to walk away from pursuing anything in the medical field, I had other interests to fall back on. And to like, I had something to jump to. But if I had only been like laser focused on that, then I don't know where I would be, honestly, because I still don't think I would have went to medical school. Because of how I view the healthcare system here in the U.S. And that's like a super shortened version. Hope that helped or answers your question. I think anybody who is going to make a substantial change or take a risk, part of it is that you just have to get to a point where you're just so uncomfortable in the life that you have that you're less worried about failing in a new one or what the new one will look like, because you just know that you can't stay where you are. And I've had that feeling at very pivotal turning points in large decision cannon moments in my life. Yo, this is so simple but so good. And no problem. That's what I'm here for. If my story can help anybody, please. Yeah, I've been kind of eating this damn calamari nonstop. And it's only been these 2 days that I had it with the salad. And I'm low key mad that when I first started eating it, I didn't eat it with the salad. I was just eating it with marinara. I'm like, I could have been having like this whole time. You feel like you're in that space now? I mean, I don't want to downplay the feelings involved because I definitely had moments where I was dragging my feet because I didn't want to disgrace my dad or have my parents feel ashamed of me and feel like they wasted all their time and energy on me and not being a doctor. So it was still some of that came up. I can't even tell you how I fully worked that out. Other than looking around and realizing I was very slow to make choices and changes, even though it seems like I made drastic ones. I could have did them a lot sooner, and I could have been further along. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. But that's what I thought about too. Like, if I didn't care what people think, if I didn't worry about what this would mean for how my parents see me, then I would have been freer to make certain decisions. Like, clearly the right decision now. I can see in hindsight, I would have done it sooner. And my parents, they didn't really understand a lot when I was making certain changes and decided not to go against things that I had previously said I wanted to do. But in hindsight, like, everybody involved is like, this is really what you're supposed to do, and they are really proud of the person I've become and continue to grow into and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know if you're worried about what your family's gonna say. That's something that you're gonna have to grapple with and then ultimately accept. What I realized is that, of course, they want the best for me. And what they're judging the best off of is what they see and know. And when you are in a space, specifically if you're creative and you're going out to make something that hasn't been made in the same way before, or there's no real blueprint for you, a lot of people are not going to understand it, so they're going to want you to not do it because they're scared. And you have to not be scared for yourself, because the world has plenty of fear that they will place on you. Your family has plenty of fear that they will place on you just because they have no idea. And that's okay. They don't know what they don't know. And also, the vision God gave you is yours, not theirs. I feel like I'm giving a bunch of generic advice, so I don't know if any of this is helping. If you have other like specific questions, or it's like you feel comfortable speaking to what you feel like you might be struggling with right now, let me know. But my mother tells me every week how perfect Los Angeles is for me. But when I was first moving out here, when I was telling her I wanted to move out here, because I was going to go right from Detroit here, because I was fed up with my dad, pissed off, bunch of family drama. I knew that going back to Baltimore wasn't going to do nothing for me. I was like, I'm just going to drive to LA. My mother's like, come back and regroup. We're going to figure it out. So I did. She's like, at that time, she had no idea what I was running to LA for, what was going, like, what did I have in mind. But the person that she sees me as, we were on FaceTime and she came to visit She's like, this is literally the perfect place for you. I get it now. She literally says that. So I don't know if any of that helps, Enrica, but I hope it did. My lettuce is gone. I'm gonna go lay down. But if you lay down after you eat, it's a wrap. Demolished. Y'all can't really see, but it's demolished. Unload the dishwasher. Okay, I'll give myself 30 minutes. I also have this one little brookie square left, which is my something sweet. Because, you know, black people, we really need something sweet after we eat. Anyway, Coley, are you going back to sleep? They're supportive. The only thing is that my mom has lupus and I help her. Most of me dragging my feet is because of my worries about them, even though my sister too, say I don't have to. So I think you also got to ask yourself if you are using them as an excuse because you're scared. I think it's a very real thing to not want to make that move because my mom in her autoimmune disease, my aunt has lupus as well, and it's like a struggle for her. Do you feel like, why do you feel like you can't believe them in saying that you can go if you want to go? Is there like more assistance, some kind of processes or something to be set up for you to have confidence in you walking away and the things that need to get done still get done and other people pick up the slack? Is that possible? And then also, um what does the helping out look like? Because when y'all see me travel, a lot of it, y'all, is really me go home my goddamn family. I'm going home, but then they just put me to work. I go home and I'm mowing lawns and shit. I'm doing everything. Especially when I go to Detroit. I literally work with my damn dad. So I take pride in that. I might not be there every day, but and now I'm at a place where I'm basically going quarterly and doing major things. It's like, can that happen so that you don't feel completely removed? I don't even know if you can hear me because I was holding on that damn pillow. Um, so you don't feel completely removed, but you have time and space to do your own thing, and you just come back and help when you can. And where you want to go? You want to come to LA? Which part is partially? I just said a bunch. Do you think that they can't do it, or do you think that you're making excuses, or both? Finances. Oh, that's a very real thing. And child, I tell you, I'm not gonna say I lucked up. I was very blessed. Like it was definitely ordained for me to make it to LA because having a home girl and like I moved to Visalia first to her house, or her mom's house, and then like I said, I commuted, so I came down and like did interviews and looked for places, but stayed up there and then like slept on my homeboy's couch in downtown LA for days too, while I figured it out. But I came with like $1,800. That's it. And I needed to get a job. Well, no, did I have 18? I feel like I had 18. Maybe I might have had like 23. I had less than $3,000. I'll tell you that. Way less. I feel like it might be less than 2,500. 18 is sticking out for some reason, but I don't know why. Um, and this was pre-COVID. LA is expensive as hell. Expensive as hell. My like, I found a room to rent via like a Facebook group, which is how I got this place. And then during COVID, my roommate went back to Indiana, and then I just took over the lease for the whole place. Um, but like everything felt very ordained. Because me even finding a room for rent, at the time I was renting a room for $850 or something like that. Um, things are different. But even like my second month here, I had to call my dad and ask him because like something happened on my car. I was like struggling. I had just started working, and he sent me I think $1,300 to like help me get my head above water. So I will tell you this: LA is expensive, and again, that was 7 years ago. I would caution people from moving to LA without any connects, any place to go, or a job, and no money. Like that's a recipe for disaster because it's expensive here. It's still whipping my ass, and I've been here 7 years and don't plan to leave. But every month I'm like, y'all for real. And then now groceries are like ridiculous. I'm like, it's just me. Why in the is this stuff cost this stuff cost this much? Child. And financial strain can be a mother for your mental. It can really take you out of things. Like there's been times when I've been here and I've been stressed about money and I can't create. I can't focus on freely letting certain creative juices flow because I'm so worried about. I was so worried about the money. So that's a like I said, that's a very real thing that you have to take into consideration. But if you want to, a lot of things also come down to how bad do you want it. Honestly, if you want it bad enough, you can figure it out. You'll work it out. So use it go on the damn charger. Those are facts. I thank God for my godfather because he has a garden. And I get my fruits and vegetables and eggs from him. Groceries are high as hell, Allie. High as hell. And I be organic and whatnot, why in the fuck do we have to pay extra for you to take out chemicals and shit that was never supposed to be there to begin with? American agriculture? Make it make sense. Cause it don't. But Cedric, again, if you want to move to LA, you haven't said where you want to move yet, but I'm guessing it might be LA. Or you might just be using me as an example. We're gonna use it as an example. Make a plan. Figure out who you know, what you can get, who can help, and go for it. Coley with his little snore is hilarious. Yeah. I wish I could still have my garden. I would be having my tomatoes and everything by now because it's been so hot and so sunny and everything would have just blossomed so beautifully. I gotta show y'all some stuff like images from my garden I had in 2020 because I was like growing so much stuff. I couldn't believe what I was harvesting off my patio garden until the hating ass HOA. Heifer. Girl, the lady said I was in violation of rules that she refuses to give me a printout of because I'm not the owner of my unit, so I can't read them. But she said I was in violation because we're not allowed, anybody in this community is not allowed to grow fruits and vegetables as they might draw rodents. We can only grow house plants. It's giving full of shit if you ask me, but I said fuck it. And at the time I was like, okay, well I'm gonna be leaving LA for the summer anyway, so fuck the garden. And now I'm like, I'm actually gonna be here until mid July. But it's whatever. I'm working on the art of detachment, and like while I might want things, I also am just gonna stay in the flow and not take too much sweat off my brow and put too much energy into shit that just does not matter. I could fall hard on the principle of it, but I got bigger fish to fry and so much on the horizon that I don't have it to give. So whatever, ho. Whatever. Yeah, that's why y'all haven't seen any more gardening content. Cause I just got rid of it and kept it moving. Threw my plants away. I was gonna try to sell them and everything, and I'm like, nope, I don't even got the energy to do that. Cause my zucchini plant had grown really big and it already started. I had tomatoes already, like they weren't ripe, but they were already on the plant. I'm like, oh, if I sell this, like I could definitely get like $25 a plant because they're getting bigger and they're already producing. But I was like, nope, I don't want to organize on Facebook Marketplace, blah, blah, like whatever. Release it. I release you. And also release me wanting to stand on business about the principle of it. Fuck it. This is really not that important. It's a nice to have, not a need to have. I will be all right. Ultimately, I'm like trying to buy a house here in LA. So like me putting my goddamn foot down and going to war with the damn HOA, no. Mm-mm. That's the only thing. We was talking about apartments yesterday, Ellie. That's the only thing about renting from a owner is if you rent from them and they are in a community that has the HOA, then you got to deal with the HOA. When I tell you, I've never, ever. This is why I won't buy a condo. I'm not doing HOAs. I don't give a fuck what y'all. I don't care. I don't know why. I don't know how. I don't know if this is the rule, but the way that the only person who ever wants to be or becomes the HOA president is the most insufferable person ever. I don't like y'all can keep it. Yeah. Child, I didn't even know Cedric in here. I was trying to hold on to see if she had additional things to add. What time is it? 8:38. All right, y'all. I'm about to get off of here, give myself 30 minutes, and then get back to damn work. I'm going to try my best to stay up until later and go to sleep closer to when power is going to start so that I can, oh, and I'm doing the Bridgerton live on Saturday, not today. Thank God. Naya said that that would be better because I was going to try to do it today and that was just going to be a lot. Um, I'm going to try to probably go to sleep between like, it's also why I'm doing this live so early, like 3 or 4, probably 3 to 8 or 4 to 8. And that's going to be all the sleep I get for the night because I'm going to be up doing power reviews and subject videos and catching up on that stuff until the wee hours of the morning. Yeah, so I can't really like go to sleep now. So I need to be able to go to sleep later. But all right, y'all, thanks for starting the morning, the day off with your girl. Of course, I will see you tomorrow. And or I kind of maybe I might wind up going live talking about power later. I don't know though. I'm not making no commitments. I need to get these damn breakdown videos out. So there's that. Ugh, I need to go buy hair so I can finish braiding this mess. All right. Have a great day, y'all. Hopefully it's off to a great start. See you later.